fancy entrance? Are you going to come in and go like, look, woohoo, look at me spin and woo, right?
Hello, Laura Lynn.
Hello, Phil. Hopefully we don't have any people with motion sickness and all the rest of that, just watching you spin in your desk chair there and coming forward like, meow, meow, right?
Please do not try that at home.
That's right. This is only for professionals. So, all right. So for those of you that have been joining and participating, we really do appreciate your support as Helpopedia continues to grow. And we dial in deeper and deeper into youth development. What can we do with all the wonderful individual talent our members have, and how they're bringing that talent to bear to help youth develop personally and professionally, and everything from college planning to not going to college and what your options are, to workforce readiness, to life skills, to all the goodies that people need for success at school, at work, and in life, and the parents to survive the teenagers, right?
Absolutely.
So what today's topic is we all know that it is summer now. We've got the fourth holiday here coming up in just a couple of days, right? Everybody get the grill out, right? Get that going. But it's also a time where a lot of parents say, oh my goodness, how am I going to get through the summer? I like it better when my kids are off and they go to school and we've got some space. And what do we do? How do we survive the summer together? And you also, not only you want to survive as the parent and insured, but you want to build a relationship that's stronger with your teenager, and you want your teenager to come out healthy and refreshed at the end of the summer so they're ready to go back into school. So that's today's topic.
Excellent. So very exciting topic. And for those who are in Canada, happy Canada Day. We have some community partners who are from Canada. And so it's July 1st, and we're excited to be here. And so let's start. What are those 7 steps? So you're right. Would you like to start?
Well, Phil, why don't you go?
Okay, excellent. So here's the brainstorming part where if you don't already, if your teenager does not have a full plan for the summer, if they're already planning ahead, they already have their camp activities, they're going to vacation activities, going to visit family activities, going on the farm for Uncle Ted and help him with the cows and the chickens
and vegetables
and the vegetables, right? If they don't have a fully packed summer schedule yet, and they're not avid planners, or you're not avid planners to make sure that they have every day is a productive and a learning experience for them, and even the beach days accordingly. So if there's opportunities, this is a great time to brainstorm with your child to understand what it is that they'd like to be engaged in during the summer, which identifies hobbies and interests that they would like to explore. So summer is a great opportunity for exploration, and it could be hobby exploration, it could be interest exploration, or it could be career exploration. And so these are 3 wonderful things to explore and to engage in, and to share the variety of topics that they could be intrigued about. And so at Helpopedia, we have those topics here. So if you'd like to connect with us, you can. And we'd be happy to discuss these topics with you, to help and support you and your child to go through this brainstorming session, to see and identify those opportunities. Because once they're engaged and you see that they're engaged in a hobby and an interest, it's a beautiful thing. Because they'll be motivated, they'll be interested, they'll be engaged. And that's much better than just being an observer on the sideline and with their cell phone and just hanging out and not being productive and just scrolling through the summer. That's not the goal. That's for sure.
Right. It's the sad scroll, right? We've all talked about that. That's what people are calling it within social media, the sad scroll. Youths and all ages really just continue to go through hour after hour scrolling through and just becoming more and more depressed that they don't have this or they don't have that, because somebody on social media with their curated micro slice of their life, right, where it's that perfect moment with the perfect filter, the perfect lighting, woohoo, and they're, oh, I'm somewhere exciting, right? The Amalfi Coast in Italy or wherever they are. And you're thinking, wow, but meanwhile, the person there may not be happy or may have other things going on. But that aside, we're getting off topic. So the whole thing here with the 7 steps is, what can you do to make it a really positive summer that builds the relationship between you and your teenager, and that you come out at the other end of the summer okay with your sanity and health intact, and that your teenager feels refreshed and revitalized and ready to start the school year again. So 7 steps. So starting with the brainstorming, as Phil talked about, try to figure out what your teen likes. And that really feeds into step number 1, which is to identify a hobby. Find a new practice or something that your teen might want to do and start. And not everything has to cost a fortune. We know there's price sensitivity. There's a lot of economic uncertainty and challenges in the marketplace and in the world right now. So find out what it is. Maybe it's painting, maybe it's sketching, maybe it's, you just need a notepad and colored pencils or some colored inks. And you can go and do that with your teen and say, well, what kinds of things do you like to paint or draw? Let's learn how to do them together. And there's tons of YouTube videos. You can learn how to draw a horse or whatever it is you need to do. Phil, step number 2.
Step number 2. All right, let's get active together. So plan activities like going for walks, swimming, or working out at the gym. Joining a local YMCA provides a variety of fun and unique summertime activities for families. So you want to get them moving. Exercise is really important in life. It's really interesting that you would think that if you took it easy for 16 hours and just sat there, that wouldn't hurt your body, but in fact it does. And so being stable, inactive is not the solution. You want to be active, you want to be exercise. And so walking is great, hiking is great, running is great, bicycling is great, lots of activities to do. And certainly encourage your kids to get some friends over and go to parks. There's lots of things to do and play with in playgrounds. And so this is it's also a social activity, getting them out of the house, which is important. I just saw a comic strip that the mom was celebrating because the sun was going out.
That's right. We all see it. Teenagers are notorious, right, for just spending all their time in their own bedroom. They never come out. They've got the sad scroll social media going, and it's summertime. This is the opportunity. Recharge, right? Your skin cells, get that vitamin D. Wear protection, of course. You don't want to be burned, but you want to get out there and just feel that energy and warmth of the sun. And to the Phil's point about step number 2 here and getting out and going to parks and being active. If you have a dog, take the opportunity to walk the dog together with your teen. It gives you a much more informal way of having the chance to bond and connect and communicate with your teen. Doesn't have to be the interrogation, right? You don't want to make it that. You'll never get the kid out again with you to walk the dog again. But you use it as an opportunity. Even leaders in professional development settings have found that when they've done these studies and analyzed it, when a leader walks with one of their employees and just even walks around the building, campus, whatever it is, there's much greater interaction. The pressure's down, it feels more informal, and there's a better opportunity to connect. Again, don't grill the person, but that's okay. So that's step number 2. Phil, why don't you go again? Step number 3, since I tailgated on your comment there.
That's okay. All right. Step number 3, volunteer in the community. So volunteering teaches teens the value of hard work and giving back. It can help them gain empathy, compassion, and a better understanding of the world. So you want them to be a role model. Are you volunteering? So if you're volunteering, that's definitely an incentive for them to start thinking about that too. And if it's in line with their interest, even better. So this is something that is knowing your child, understanding what they are interested in doing. And I will tell you, this is really important. In the workforce, in your career, you are helping somebody. Mm-hmm. So you're going to be helping somebody, an organization, a customer, a client, whatever that may be. You'll be helping for the rest of your life. Practicing is important. And then you're understanding what are the skills and interests that your son or daughter has that they're going to volunteer. And maybe it's an internship in volunteering and helping and learning and understanding what it is that they like to volunteer for. But it's also great for the college applications in volunteering, and you feel good about
Yes.
helping others. And from a stressful anxiety teenage mindset, especially if they're lacking purpose, this is important to get them engaged, involved in volunteering and supporting each other. And if you have that challenging, loved one who doesn't want to listen to you, oh, that never happens.
No,
Uh,
no. Everybody listens to me in my house. How about you?
oh, all the time.
Every day.
So from a volunteering perspective, it's really good for the soul, and it's good for others too. And it's also a stress relief activity, just like the nature walks. Really important to get out. And if volunteering outside, wow, what a novel idea!
Right. And since this is step number 3, finding ways to connect with your teenager and making it through the summer so both of you are healthy on the other side of it before you go back into the academic school year in the fall. Phil, if people need an idea of a nonprofit of where they could volunteer, do you know one?
I think I do. It's coming right here. A nice little logo. Yeah, so Helpopedia, we have lots of volunteer opportunities, internship opportunities, job shadowing opportunities for students, high school students, college students. If you need help in identifying volunteer opportunities, feel free to connect with Laura Lynn and myself or any other 33 community partners.
Oh, and we've got this here. Patrice, who is the gardening grandma, and she's got wonderful programs. And she's listed on the Great Discovery. She's listed, of course, on Helpopedia. This is the whole thing, building wholesome kids. She has a program and set of courses that helps families come together around gardening and setting plans and goals together. And of course, it's the summer, right? Pretty much everywhere that you live on this side of the continent, right? That it is summertime and it's a great time for gardening. And that's what it does, builds wholesome kids, that whole volunteering in piece. And to that end, another item, this is step number 4, as we're rolling through our 7 steps for everybody to get through on the other side of having a teenager and being healthier and better at the end of the summer. Step number 4 is, I love this. It's a be active to-do list. And you're thinking, what's a be active to-do list? So identify one thing a day, and you agree, you whiteboard it, you whatever you have in your house, fridge magnets, I don't know, right on the walls, whatever you do. You might have the home blackboard in the kitchen, whatever, sticky notes, whatever you got. And you say one thing a day that we're each going to do to be active. And you say, I'm going to walk the dog on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Or, so your teen signs up for that. Or they say, once a week, I'm going to walk around. And I'm going to just walk through the park. And this is just it. It ties into exactly what Patrice is saying. You need everybody. We all need to be back in nature, right? What's that? Forest bathing, right? That Japanese have part of their culture, that it's so important to just be connected to nature. And so build this active to-do list, one thing a day that you're going to do that says, yeah, I was active. I got my butt out of bed or off the couch and I did something. Phil, step number 5 is we're almost at 7 steps.
All right. So after create an active to-do list, then go right to relax your usual routine. Allow for more unstructured time in the evenings to enable organic neighborhood fun and spontaneous. Spontaneous. There's the word. Activities like going to the park or splash pad. So this is spontaneity at its best, where you are unstructured, improvised, quick little brainstorming, and identify those activities that you could be doing that is interesting and engaging to your kids, and knowing that there's that time for them that they can do these types of activities.
That's right. And so we really want to see that. And then I love this one. It kind of, again, of course, they're all tied together because we thought through this. Step number 6, use PTO for your unstructured days. And it's wonderful to just say, like, okay, you know what? Almost like, remember that movie, Yes Day? that you give your kids a yes day where you have to say yes to everything. And maybe you got to set some boundaries and say, okay, it can't cost more than this, or it can't be anything illegal, unethical, something that's going to harm people, whatever boundaries you want to put in there, because kids are really creative and they can take advantage of us as parents, right? So, but something like that in that PTO break day, where you just allow the day to flow. You make it unstructured. It's like, okay, everybody gets to sleep in. We sleep in and you wake up and say, all right, what does everybody want for breakfast, right? And you make something fun and make it crazy and say, all right, what's the crazy thing we're going to do today, or this or that, and just really let it unfold so that it is a mental health day for you. And it's also a day where you can connect with your teen or with your children and just have some summer fun, right? Blow off some steam, run through a sprinkler. When's the last time you did that, Phil?
I definitely have hosed myself down after going into the garden, but haven't been in the sprinkler in a little bit.
I see. I see. I'm trying to think of when's the last time I ran through a sprinkler. Probably a couple of years ago at my sister's cottage. We were running through there and just being fools and acting like we were 5 again. Nothing
Yep,
wrong
and
with
grab the sidewalk chalk and have some
that.
fun with that too.
Oh, I do that all the time. So here's a funny thing. I guess
Wow.
it's part confession, part like So we have a lot of kiddos in our neighborhood, and they're regularly, which is good to see, using their driveways as their canvas, and they have big chunks of chalk. So whenever they happen to leave a big chunk of chalk, I happen to leave a drawing for them. I make some big cartoon fish or cartoon bird or something really, really fun and large and silly. And I do that, and it's kind of fun. So I do that pretty often.
Yep, that's the nice part of vandalism of sidewalk chalk. It goes away.
Right, right. There's no vandalism. And it's like we have a gift. Like during the pandemic, all these kids were painting rocks. So again, it was an
Oh yes,
activity because
yes.
parents were saying, oh my goodness, what do I do with my child? And my child is afraid. And we want to help them build their resilience and give back and learn some of that and empathy and supporting others. And maybe they couldn't directly go help frontline workers and healthcare and all of that. So they painted rocks. And we had this wonderful collection, of rocks that kept appearing at the end of our driveway on the curb with all little things, smile, someone loves you, today will be a good day. And so we kept them. They're actually on one of the shelves.
Oh
Back
wow,
there, out there. Yeah,
outstanding.
yeah.
And that's definitely a good neighborhood activity, and sharing the rocks. That's really nice. I got a ladybug rock at a gas station when I was filling up my tank. There it was. Someone painted a ladybug out of the rock. Very impressive. It's still in my car.
See, there you go. All right, last of the 7 steps, and then I'll do the recap.
Excellent. Number 7, plan together and be flexible. So sit down with your teen and discuss their summer vision. Share your ideas, find common ground, and make a plan. Planning is so important. But remember to be flexible if things change. And certainly things can change and you're adapting based on the other circumstances that are happening and other opportunities that are created by doing those other 6 things. Because you never know when you're going to meet a new friend and they may be inviting you over, and plans can change. And so this is important. So planning ahead is a wonderful thing. It's July 1st. They have 60 days of summer to look forward to. And we hope that they're utilizing their summer days to take a break from the school regime and making the best of it. And it's an opportunity for your kids to really be excited about the next 60 days and what they're going to be doing. So I think that wraps up the 7 steps. Laura Lynn, what do you think about that last step?
Well, 2 things I'm going to say. One, I'm going to do the recap in just a second, but hearing Phil say like, oh, planning is really important. So for those of you that don't know, outside of Helpopedia, Phil's day job is that he has a company called Planning and Vision, where he helps parents and their kiddos plan for college or what's next after that. So he is kind of the consummate planner guy, planning and vision. So, all right, the 7 steps. Here's the 7 steps for you and your teen to get through the summer together, where both of you are healthier and happier on the other side. 1, do some brainstorming, encourage participation in a new hobby or a new interest. That's 1. 2, get active together. Plan to walk the dog together, go swimming together, go work out at the gym together, do the 7-minute workout at home together, do anything. The YMCA offers a bunch of programs, some free, some paid. Do whatever you can, do something. Number 3, volunteer for the community. And Phil, where should they volunteer?
Helppedia if they can't find a place close to home.
Number 4, create an active to-do list. So put it on your fridge, your whiteboard, that once a day, you and your teen are going to pledge to do something active. You're going to walk the dog. You're going to take a walk in the park. You are going to do a bike ride. You're going to clean your room, like anything that just gets you moving off the bed. Number 5, going to relax the usual routine, right? Allow for a little more unstructured time in the evenings. Maybe you organically, something happens, you see a neighbor out there, they're on their cookout, say hello, encourage conversation, community, and connection. Number 6, in keeping up with the theme of unstructured, take a PTO day. Hang out with the kids. Just say, yeah, we're going to sleep in, we're going to do whatever. Maybe you're brave enough and you're going to do today is a yes day where you have to say yes to everything, but maybe you want to put some structure to it, your choice, but allow some things to just flow, make it unstructured. And then step number 7, wait, wrong too many hands here. Step number 7, just plan something together and be prepared to be flexible, because it might not exactly work out. They might not have the interest. Something might come up, whatever it is, but do your best. Just do your best. That's it. 7 steps for you and your teen to get to the other side of summer and into a better place.
Excellent. And of course, there's always more than 7. And if you'd like to learn more, you can contact Laura Lynn or myself, because there's other steps that could be included. And if you want to be in the know, just contact us. Thank you.
There, right there, that logo up there, Phil's Corner. You got a point, Phil. You got a point. Helppedia, right?
Oh, sorry.
Because my
I needed lots of instructions.
All right. With that, everybody, have a great week, and we'll be back at it here next Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern time, and every Monday. Bye, everyone. Have a great week.
Thank you.
Thanks for participating. Thanks, Patrice, Gardening Grandma. Check her out.